Researchers who take Bigfoot seriously don't take every alleged Bigfoot video seriously. In fact, they're often the first to call foul on the fakers. So when they tell us they've seen video they think is legit, we take a look too. August 20th, 1992, Blue Mountains, Oregon. Paul Freeman, an experienced former U.S. Forest Service patrolman, has been frequenting Deduct Spring for a few weeks after seeing unusual footprints.
Yeah, it looks like they've been here. Looks like it's pretty fresh.
First, he discovers ample evidence of Bigfoot activity, including multiple tracks.
Yeah, look at there.
Next, he hears something forging its way through the woods. And finally, he sees this.
I hear the brush popping and stuff. Oh, there he goes.
So there's a lot here that Bigfoot hunters find fascinating. One thing is the gait, especially the big strides, right? Big strides, this space through here, and the low swinging arm movement. They say that's not human. Also the detail in the hair. They say it's too natural to be a costume. Paul's son Mike was in the basement the day his dad rushed home with the footage.
I kind of ran up the stairs, and here's my dad standing there, and he's covered in sweat and dirt, and he's pale in color, and he's shaking. I always tell people that that's the only time in my entire life that I ever saw my dad scared of anything.
Field researcher Cliff Barrickman, a close friend of the Freeman family, is impressed by the research that Paul conducted in the wake of his alleged Sasquatch encounter.
Paul had been collecting data on a series of maps for 10 years. Every time a sighting report came in, he would record the location and the date on a large map that was hanging in his basement. The evidence collected by Paul Freeman and his network of researchers in the Blue Mountains has been closely examined by more PhDs and anthropologists than any other data set in all Bigfoot history. I think it's a Bigfoot, but whatever that is, it is quite large and quite massive.
In Freeman's Bigfooting career from 1982 to 1997, he found and casted anywhere between 50 and 75 Bigfoot prints in the Blue Mountains, many of which have been examined and verified as genuine by scientists all over the country. To find out if his 1992 sighting is actually a real Bigfoot, we turn to our experts. First, we turn to wildlife biologist Floyd Hayes to rule out any possible animal misidentification.
A black bear can be large and black, and it can walk on its two hind legs, but this animal seems to be a fully functional quadruped walking routinely on its hind legs, and bears only walk short distances on their hind legs. This also seems to have a much flatter face than a bear, which has a much more pointed snout. So I don't think that is a bear. I cannot rule this out as being a Bigfoot.
Next, we turn to anatomist and anthropologist Dr. Jeff Meldrum, who gained renown early in his career for his work with Paul Freeman's prints.
As it walks across, one can't help but be struck by resemblances to the Patterson-Gimlin film. The massiveness of this figure is impressive. This smallish head set low down on the shoulders with massive musculature. Trapezius coming high up on the back of the head is quite apparent. The length of the arms is impressive. As it swings its arm back, the way the sunlight plays across the hair has a very natural appearance, unlike the scattering effect of faux fur. I mean, if this was a hoax, it would require, very skilled knowledge of animal anatomy.
It's not only the anatomy of the creature that works for Meldrum, it's the location.
It's actually ideal habitat. The evidence that has emerged from this region has been examined by more PhDs than from any other part of the country. The first evidence of skin ridge detail, which all primates have on the palms of their hands and soles of their feet, was evidenced in examples of footprints that come from this habitat. Southeastern Washington has extensive loess deposits. Loess is a very fine glacial sediment. As a result, that very fine textured soil picks up remarkable details in animal tracks. There's a very high likelihood that this is a genuine piece of video evidence of Sasquatch.
Our verdict? Possible Bigfoot. In our experts' opinions, this could indeed be a true Sasquatch encounter. And it's important to note there were 2 creatures allegedly seen, even though only one was caught on camera. That seems to indicate there could be more where they came from. So we're going to keep our ears to the ground for further evidence.